Well, it's an exciting weekend here at Los Alamitos. A couple of outstanding graded derbies. The El Primero del Año Derby on Friday, and on Saturday is the running of the La Primera del Año Derby. Plus, the 2-year-olds are starting to race this weekend. We start with a couple of races on Thursday, and the 2-year-olds will be racing all weekend long. Right now, though, I'm joined by a couple of Hall of Famers. We're going to have Abigail Kawananakoa here at Los Alamitos Racecourse, one of the great names of history of quarter horse racing, plus Hall of Fame trainer Blane Schvaneveldt will also join us. Miss Abigail, it's a pleasure to have an opportunity to talk to you. You were here this morning looking at some babies. Can you tell us a little bit about what brought you here to Los Alamitos today?
Yes, Paul had a couple of my 2-year-olds running qualifying today, and they were Take on a Miracle and Royal Goddess Cartel. And he was very pleased with them. I thought they were nice. Miracle wasn't quite ready, but shows a lot of promise, both of them.
Now, Mr. Miracle, the horse Miracle was out of one of your sires, right? Royal Miracle Dip?
Yes. Well, no, the sire, Royal Miracle Dip, is Chick Bedwino. And then it's out of Florentine's mother, Trippy Dip. It was the first time that she was ever bred to anything else.
Now, also working Royal Goddess Cartel. That's the right name, I'm sure. By a Corona Cartel, an outstanding sire. You got to be happy with that horse as well.
I'm very happy. I'm happy with all my Corona Cartels. I'm sure everybody can say the same thing.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing those babies racing here at Los Alamitos. Now on Friday night, you will be represented by Nuevo Cartel in the El Primero del Año Derby. Tell us a little bit about this outstanding horse.
Nuevo is a very nice horse. I like him. I'm very pleased with him. He's not as good as his sister was, but he's right there, and he's always, in the money. So I just hope he'll improve as he gets older and learns to stretch out a little bit more.
You've been campaigning horses for a long time. How many horses do you have now?
Whenever someone asks me that question, I think about Mr. Allred, and I feel much better.
Thank you so much. Well, I guess it's only appropriate that we'll also be joined by Blane Schvaneveldt. Let's see what he has to say going into this weekend's action. Well, Blane, I've been kind of keeping track of the 2-year-old workouts, and one of your babies, Trespasses, had an 11.9 work, the fastest we've seen so far this morning. Tell us about this runner.
Well, this colt, she sent him to the ranch, and we broke him, and the first time when he worked him, well, all along, he had 5 head for Mrs. McInerney, and he said, well, I don't know. He said, I like this Hawkinson colt, and so she kept asking me which one he liked, and I said, well, he hadn't worked him yet. And so he worked him, and he said, well, this Trespass colt acts lots better than he did just galloping him. So I brought him in here, and first time we worked him, he worked 12.2. Pretty easy, and we worked him back the other day, and he went 11.9, and real easy. Yeah, I think he's a nice horse. He's a full brother to Trespass.
She qualified to the Ed Burke Million, so...
The Ed Burke last year, and then she got Chip, and she ran back into fraternity, but she's nice. He seems nicer.
And also, I was kind of looking through the horses that you're training, and you have a horse owned by Dr. Allred that you train. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Doc gave me a colt, and he's a separatist and out of a first down dash mare, and he worked with that colt the other day and worked 12.5. But he seems like he's going to make a nice horse, really a nice horse.
And speaking of babies, your yearling sale will continue in 2008. Can you give us a little bit of information on that?
Yeah, I didn't think I was healthy enough to go on with it, but I feel lots better now, and I'm going to try to put it on again, and I think we're going to have a good sale with a lot of response to it.
And
it'll be August the 5th, the same as before.
Okay, and of course that's the Schvaneveldt yearling sale now.
Schvaneveldt yearling sale now.
Well, with Trespasses, might be a pretty fun year for you, right?
Well, it perked me up a little.
Well, we'll see what happens with Nuevo Cartel in the El Primero del Año Derby. And, of course, we got to keep an eye on Trespasses as the 2-year-old season goes on. Back to the studio.